Hey, what's going on, guys? Corey from Lion Dads with probably a quick one today. I apologize for the lighting being different. My bulb's kind of burned out, so in a hurry, didn't have a lot of time to change them. Wanted to get a recording out to you guys, so here we are. If you guys like it, let me know. Maybe I'll keep it going this way. But as always, before we get started, go down, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, get a conversation started. Let me know what your guys' progress is and how things are going. So today's video, just like I said, it's going to probably be pretty brief. I just want to go over, I talked earlier on in the summer about, I had a vacation, I had some stuff coming up in the fall. I wanted to kind of cut some weight down, things like that, and I didn't really set any hard goals or anything, but I want to just kind of go over where I'm at as far as that goes. I had gone on a bulk previously just to see if I could do it. And I wouldn't necessarily say I went on a cut. I just was kind of wanting to clean up a little bit. And obviously using, my diet, which is a carnivore diet that I that I follow. But and some of the strategies I used and where I'm kind of at. So back at the beginning of summer, I had kind of worked my way for several months up to about 250 pounds. Previously, I've not been shy from telling you guys that I had kind of gained a lot of weight over my life, gotten almost up to like 300 pounds at certain points and things like that. My weight kind of would yo-yo and stuff like that. And when I found a carnivore diet, that's pretty much the point where I was able to actually take control. I've tried every strategy in the book that you can imagine. The carnivore diet's kind of what I found in order to, actually where I can take control and do things the way I want to do them and see the progress and the results that I like in the time frames that I like. And most importantly, and the biggest difference between other strategies is sustain it, because with other strategies I've been able to lose weight, but they just weren't sustainable. Whether I'm falling back into old bad habits or whatever, and this has been kind of the way that I've been able to stick to, just because I really enjoy it. It just fits my lifestyle. I'm not eating things that I don't necessarily like or that make me feel bad. So it just kind of works for me, and that's what I follow, and that's what I kind of, talk about if people are interested in it. But I wanted to see, really how far I could control my weight loss. I know I could control my weight loss down to a point where I could be in really good shape, and I can do it quickly and, in certain time frames and things like that. So that wasn't an issue. What I wanted to see is, because when I was younger, all of us younger guys that were into lifting and stuff, we would go bulk cut, whatever. And I hadn't done one of those in a long time. They're pretty stupid. You just mostly just put on body fat, maybe a little bit of muscle, and then you cut it off and you're back to not much farther from what you were. So I wanted to see what would actually happen if I did a bulk on a carnivore diet. And I got myself all the way back up to 250 pounds from around probably the 210 to 215 into 220 range. So gained probably about 35 pounds back, which when I started this and I started seeing progress and I started sustaining progress was something I always swore I'd never do, because, I was fat, lost all this weight. Why would I want to go back to that? But I just wanted to see if I could, and what the results would be, how out of shape I would be, would it be good, would I be able to put on good muscle, gain a lot of strength, things like that. And I would say that I was pleased with the results. Did I put on excess body fat? Yeah, I did. Bulking on a carnivore diet, I did put on some more body fat. Not to a point where I was like, I hated it or anything, or it made me feel bad or any of that, but I did carry a little extra body fat. But I did notice significantly more increases in like strength and muscle like size, and not so much definition because I put on body fat, but I did notice that I was pleased with my strength, and my size muscle wise kind of went up. I did, like I will say, just because it's a carnivore diet and all this kind of stuff, you can, if you eat in excess and you bulk, you will gain body fat back. That's a reality. But it just was different than any way I'd ever done it before. I didn't feel awful. I wasn't lethargic. I still felt healthy. I was carrying body fat. I got blood work done around the time that I was finishing it up. It all came back pretty good. There was no like crazy cholesterol stuff and all this pre-diabetic crap or anything like that. But like I said, I got up to about 250 pounds. Not for reference, I'm about 6'2" and a half, almost 6'3". And it was, to me, I felt like it was a success because I went into it understanding that I probably was going to put on some body fat with it, that I was going to have to now clean off and stuff like that. And then I decided, didn't decide, but I have this, my wife's birthday is coming up. We're doing a beach vacation type thing here in a few weeks, like 3 weeks, end of this month. And so I was like, well, I might as well cut back down for that. But I wanted to do it smartly. I didn't want to just jump in and do the extreme, drop all the way down from 250 to like 200 in a short amount of time and just do all this crazy extreme stuff. Because it's not, I don't know, it's just not something that I want to do anymore. When I first started out, that was great. But now being more in control, I just wanted to control it a little more. And so I decided I would just basically implement OMAD into my diet, which is, I had tried it here and there as an experimental thing, but never really committed to it before. And OMAD, if you don't know what that is eating one meal a day. It's a variance of, it's a certain type of intermittent fasting. So I decided to implement that and see if I lost some weight here and there. And I wanted to report my results, like not results, but just kind of give you a progress update or how that went. So here's what I will say about OMAD. I can do it. I've proven to myself that I'm able to do OMAD here and there, that I can make it work. It works for me certain ways, but there are times that I just don't think I can sustain it all the time, 100%. As time goes on, it gets easier and easier for me. So maybe it is something I could work my way to where I just did it full time. But, excuse me, I know that like, I'm not going to tell you like I have not had my struggles with it, because I definitely have. There were days early on in it where I'd be like extremely hungry, or maybe even feel like, man, I need some energy and stuff. And I think some of that was I was going really high protein and I added some fat, and that kind of cleaned that up. So I don't really know if that was, the energy thing was related to OMAD. But my biggest thing with it is just getting used to it and making it a part of your lifestyle. And for some people who have just been conditioned to eat breakfast or eat lunch, or for me, even just skipping breakfast is easy. I can do that probably the rest of my life, and that's no problem. Or even eating breakfast, lunch, skipping dinner. But doing OMAD was something that I definitely, for me, had to get used to. And it just took time for me to get used to it. So I would do it for a couple weeks here and there. It's easier for me to do it like when I'm busy throughout the day with, working on stuff for Lion Dads and things like that. Just keeping myself busy, not being idle. It's the days where it's kind of like family time. I'm hanging out with my wife and kids. We're doing like fun recreational stuff and doing these kind of things. And it's maybe more relaxed, or I'm sitting around watching, sports on TV or whatever it is that the OMAD is not as easy for me. And so those are the days that I really struggled and started having these kind of issues with it. So I don't want to go too long on it. I want to kind of wrap this up because I got some things going on today. But So for me, I can kind of do it here and there moving forward, especially on my busier days. But for the most part, it's something I don't know if I can do long term. I'm going to ride it out. I've lost probably about 15 pounds because I've just kind of been off and on with it and kind of slowly doing it and not being too extreme with it. And my meals are still big. They're really high protein, high fat. So, I am getting still the calories and things like that my body requires because I am still exercising and things like that. I'm not doing any cardio or anything like that like I kind of wanted to. I am going to get back into swimming here pretty soon. But I just wanted to give you guys that kind of an update and let you know that I am still, it's working. It has been a struggle a little bit for the OMAD portion of it, but it's been nice to control and not have to feel like I'm starving myself or really being super restrictive in order to, I'm not being like a lion diet only or BBBE or anything. I'm pretty, I guess, dirty ketovore, carnivore right now and have been. And so the weight loss hasn't been like I'm trying to drop crazy amounts of weight because I don't think I really got that bad out of shape as far as body fat standpoint. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up for me today. This is kind of an off the cuff, kind of no preparation, just wanted to give you an update type deal. So as always, head over to lion-dads.com, click the link to join the online community, get on the mailing list and all that kind of stuff, and hit me up on social media and Facebook, Twitter. All the links are down in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.